Medicare open enrollment ends December 7th. The Missouri State Health Insurance Assistance Program is your trusted Medicare resource in Missouri. We're not an insurance company and we don't sell anything. Counselors can help you compare and enroll in plans, lower your Medicare costs, and more. Call 1-800-390-3330. The Missouri State Health Insurance Assistance Program, providing insurance assistance for 30 years. Funding provided by Missouri Department of Commerce and Insurance through ACL.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dane County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO. Let's take a look at that weather forecast. Well, our cloudy conditions will gradually fade away this afternoon. Will become mostly sunny. We should have a high temperature near 55 degrees and northwesterly winds will be 6 to 13 miles per hour with gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Then tonight, we expect some patchy fog after 4 a.m. We'll have mostly clear skies tonight, low around 32, and northwesterly winds will be around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm during this evening. Tomorrow, areas of fog before 10 a.m. Skies will be mostly sunny after the fog burns off, with a high temperature near 60 degrees. We'll have light and variable winds, and our wind chill value will be as low as 35 early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night should be mostly clear, with low around 36, with calm winds to become southerly around 6 miles per hour after midnight. Saturday, we expect mostly sunny skies with a high temperature near 60 degrees. Winds will be out of the south at 6 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. Saturday night should be mostly cloudy with a low around 42. Then Sunday will be mostly cloudy with a high near 66. Sunday night, we will have a chance of showers after midnight Sunday night with mostly cloudy skies, low around 49. Monday, showers are likely mainly during the afternoon with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 65. Then Monday night, showers are likely mainly before midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 48. Tuesday should be mostly sunny with a high near 61 degrees. Then Tuesday night, we expect partly cloudy skies, low around 35. We do have a chance of showers back in the forecast for Wednesday with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near a very chilly-sounding 48 degrees. That is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. While I'm pleased that so many of you are stepping up to tell your story to the consumer to help them understand the origin of their food, it is disconcerting to hear that the focus is quite often only on those consumers who live in the city. Of the 50-some kids in the 2nd grade with me, there were 2 classrooms, half of us lived in the country, and half of us that lived in the country were the kind of farm kids who came from a family that raised both crops and livestock, and for the most of us, both parents were actively engaged in farming and did not hold off the farm jobs. Fast forward 50 years in that same community, and you'll find fewer than 5 of those 7-year-olds live on the farm, half of those with a livestock enterprise, and in all but one instance, at least one parent works off the farm. Several of my classmates are now grandparents. That means in the rural, agricultural community where my family has farmed for 7 generations, most of the people that live there are at least 2 generations removed from the farm. Those non-farm neighbors know you and sit beside you in church and at the restaurant and at high school basketball games, but they might not know as much about your farm as they know about rocket science. These are the people who will vote for your county board members, your school board, your county sheriff. These are the people who determine who makes the laws for your rural community and how the rest of the community, the state, the nation, the world perceives the impact of your farming operation on the community in which you live. If your neighbors don't know and don't understand and don't approve of your farming practices, how do you expect to convince those in urban areas that you're doing it right out on the farm? Take care of business in your backyard first. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland. You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too. To help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose. Paid for by Bayer.
Hi, it's Andrew Hoiberg from Calcium Products. Rapidly correct and maintain your soil pH with 98G pelletized limestone to protect your fertilizer investment. Applying 98G at 200 pounds per acre provides a 9.4 bushel increase on corn and a 3.1 bushel increase on soybeans. Ask your agronomist about applying 98G pelletized limestone this fall and learn more at calciumproducts.com.
Hey, it's Fitz, the guy who plays the hits from the Country Top 40, inviting you to join me as we count them down together. We're going to find out if Jelly Roll remains at number 1 with I Am Not Okay. I'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz right here.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Direct cash cattle trade is quiet and cash hogs are lower at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity has been pretty quiet after some light trade that took place on Wednesday. A few bids have been renewed at $185 live in the South. Asking prices are around $187 to $189 live in the South and $292 plus dressed in the North. Significant trade volumes likely going to develop later today, or it could hold out until sometime on Friday. There were a handful of deals reported in the North on Wednesday at $290 dress. That's $3 lower than the previous week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. Box beef is down at midday on light demand for moderate offerings. Choice is $266 lower at $304.28. Select is $204 lower at $276.62. The Choice Select spread is $27.66. At the Huss livestock markets in Nebraska, there was a nice run of weaned and balling spring calves with some yearlings in the mix. According to the USDA, steer calves 500 to 650 pounds are steady to $6 higher. Heifer calves 500 to 650 pounds are steady to $6 lower. Demand was moderate to good from the buyers in the crowd. Feeder supply included 56% steers. Medium and large one feeder steers 564 to 594 pounds brought 288 to 309.50. Feeder steers 606 to 631 pounds brought $277 to $299. Medium and large one feeder heifers 450 to 485 pounds brought $288 to $312, and feeder heifers 552 to 595 pounds brought $284 to $286. Cash hogs are lower at midday with a fairly light negotiated run. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market has been relatively strong, and that's helping provide some significant price support. The industry continues to monitor the availability of market-ready hogs. As there's concern, supplies are tighter than previously expected. Domestic demand has been inconsistent. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct are down 81 cents with a base range of $78 to $89 and a weighted average of $87.18. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported at midday due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $60. And pork values are sharply lower at midday, down $4.23 at $93.03. Bellies dropped more than $25 at midday. Butts, hams, and loins were all lower. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. If you're having a tough time or thinking about suicide, you're not alone. And there's hope. VA's Veterans Crisis Line is full of responders who listen and help. Many are veterans or have veteran family members and friends, so they're prepared to address your challenges. After calling, you'll be connected to the next available Crisis Line responder. That person may ask, are you thinking of suicide? Or what plan can we put in place to keep you safe today? If you choose, The responder will share your name and personal information with your local VA Suicide Prevention Coordinator, who will connect you to local VA assistance and resources. Don't wait. Dial 988, then press 1.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Freddie Emmett Whitaker Jr., age 64, of Salem, passed away Saturday, November 9th. Funeral services for Freddie Whitaker Jr. will be this evening at 7 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Freddie Whitaker Jr. will start at 5 this evening and continue until service time. Memorial contributions may be made to help with final expenses. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Freddie Emmett Whitaker Jr. of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Angela Renee Petro, age 34, of Boss, passed away Monday, October 21st. Funeral services for Angela Petro will be at 12 noon Saturday, November 16th at the Boss Assembly God Church. Visitation for family and friends of Angela Petro will also be on Saturday starting at 10 in the morning and continuing till service time at 12 noon. Burial will be in the Czar Tower Cemetery. And all arrangements for Angela Renee Petro of Boss are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Timothy Ray Land, age 64, of Salem, passed away Tuesday, November 12th. Funeral services for Tim Land will be Saturday, November 16th at 12 noon at the Salem First Baptist Church. Visitation for family and friends of Tim Land will also be on Saturday from 10 in the morning until 12 noon, all occurring at the Salem First Baptist Church. Burial will be in the Mount Hermon Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Salem First Baptist Church for Camp Joy. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Timothy Ray Land of Salem are under direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
In Missouri, farming isn't just a profession, it's a purpose. You can feel it in our 27 million acres of farmland. You can see it in the nearly 41,000 Missourians who work in agriculture. You can hear it at our farmers markets. You can count it in the $93.7 billion it brings our state. And you can taste it at your family's dinner table. A lot of farmers in our state rely on Bayer's tools and inventions because Bayer has a purpose too, to help farmers thrive. Learn more at go.bayer.com/purpose, paid for by Bayer.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU's Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Commissioners met for their regular meeting this morning in the Dent County Courthouse. Keith Green and Jimmy Williams were in attendance. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mowbray said his crews continue replacing culverts and patching Dent County roads 2400 and 4080. He noted that County Road 4210 is closed at the bridge, but residents on both sides have alternative ways to get out. Mowbray said that the commissioners will be meeting with FEMA Monday, the 18th, and that pictures of damages have been sent to Grant Wilson to be forwarded to Congressman Jason Smith's Washington office. He said that Montauk is closed and all county roads leading into Montauk have been closed. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk reported that his crew will be grading on Denton County Road 2120 and 4380, plus rock is being hauled to 4380. He added that rock is also being added to County Road 2370. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson reported that he would be going to St. James this afternoon to reevaluate the Ozark Solid Waste Management District grant applications since they were not previously done according to DNR guidelines. He said he would also be attending the Phelps County Housing Authority meeting, followed by MRPC committee meetings and the board meeting. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said her office is working on the budget, plus getting ready for the April election, and that candidate filings begin December 10th. She reported that she balanced with the collector and assessor on all collections, abatements, and add-ons for the month of October. Curley said she would be attending a library board meeting this evening. She noted the commissioners were approving bills for payment and that they need to approve the county health insurance application, which includes a slight increase in the amount the county pays on each employee to $907.86 per month. The application was approved 3-0. County Coroner Ben Percival stopped by so the commission could see the new truck, which has now been outfitted with graphics, lights, and siren. Commissioner Mowbray expressed thanks to all the farmers and equipment operators that had pitched in with equipment to help get many roads back to passable after the flooding. He did ask those wanting to help to check with the commission before additional assistance is provided, because FEMA will be verifying damages that the county has sustained. Presiding Commissioner Larson complimented Mowbray and Polk on their work and efforts following the flood, even though their terms are ending. There was extensive discussion between the commission plus Green and Williams on road repair efforts, equipment, operations, budgets, etc. The next regular meeting of the commissioners will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen held their regular meeting Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock in the old auditorium. The agenda and consent agenda were approved, with an amendment to the former to remove a bill regarding sewer service fees. The board approved several items, including the purchase of a new 2025 half-ton Chevy crew cab pickup truck for $41,233 from Edmore Chevrolet for the wastewater treatment plant, for the buyout of a lease for a John Deere loader for $84,411.71, and a contract for an annual Laserfish cloud subscription for $5,900, allowing the city to store their digitized documents on a cloud server. Financial Director Stacy Houston presented a request for the mayor to sign documents related to a $3.73 million ARPA grant the city received to install a new well house, and water tower. The total project cost is $3.768 million, with the city providing $38,000 match. The board approved this request. The board also approved a resolution for the April 8, 2025 municipal election and heard first reading of bills related to the water tower construction project. Mayor Parker appointed Michael Letchworth as the new East Ward alderman. Sally Burbridge provided updates on ongoing construction on 4th Street and possible grant applications. Mayor Parker stated the upcoming Christmas parade will be held on December 7th. Lineup will begin at 5 o'clock, and spots will be based on a first-come, first-served basis, with the exception of the first 6 will be reserved for the Color Guard and the American Legion. Public Works Director Steve Payne gave updates on the different utility crews, the fire hydrant repair project, as well as ongoing flood cleanup at the wastewater treatment plant. The board then adjourned the meeting to closed session. The Salem Police Department has released their report for the month of October. The department responded to 14 accidents during the month. Officers responded to 23 alarms sounding and addressed 31 animal calls, investigated 6 assaults or fights, 3 burglaries, performed 9 well-being checks, and 19 area checks in October. Police investigated 14 domestic disputes, 10 verbal and 1 physical disturbance conducted 61 follow-up investigations and provided 24 escorts. They investigated 5 harassment reports, 4 nuisance violations, 2 parking complaint calls, 4 intoxicated pedestrian reports, 1 intoxicated driver, 7 shoplifting reports, and offered assistance to 2 motorists. The Salem Police wrote 6 property damage reports, made 4 stealing reports, wrote 5 trespassing reports, and responded to 4 traffic complaints. Officers responded to 2 reports of suicidal persons, 17 suspicious circumstance calls, 2 suspicious persons calls, and 7 suspicious vehicle calls. Officers attempted to serve 5 warrants and conducted 62 traffic stops during the month. The police department responded to a total of 548 incidents in October, and the average response time to call being 2 minutes. The average time spent on the scene was 25 minutes and 35 seconds. Following recent heavy rains and flooding across Missouri, the Mark Twain National Forest urges visitors to exercise caution when using forest trails and roads. Flooding can lead to hazardous conditions at recreation sites, forested areas, roads, and trails. From slippery paths and fallen trees to washed-out sections of trails, these conditions warrant extra caution. USDA Forest Service personnel have been inspecting recreation sites as water recedes, but large amounts of debris and mud will need to be removed from many locations. Amenities that visitors expect, like restrooms, may be closed due to impacts from the high water levels. Assessments of the recreation facilities are continuing as water levels are finally low enough that the sites can be safely accessed by Forest Service personnel. Visitors might find that a site is unexpectedly closed while it is being evaluated for safety and cleanup needs. Some sites were already closed for the season, so cleanup will occur over the winter. The Mark Twain National Forest recommends checking status of sites ahead of time. District offices are usually the best place to get detailed information. Trailheads are open, but trail assessments are just beginning, so visitors may encounter flood impacts that were not discovered yet. Here are a few trail safety tips to follow. Check trail conditions since resources are continuing to access current conditions on our trail systems. Trail users should expect low water crossings and trails near river systems to be impacted. Do not attempt to cross creeks that are flowing. Be advised that trails may be temporarily closed due to flooding. Be sure to wear appropriate footwear since trails may be muddy, slippery, or uneven, so wearing waterproof boots with good traction is essential. Soils are still saturated from the rainfall. Significant damage can result from using saturated trails. Tread lightly or wait until the trails dry out a bit before enjoying. Please be considerate of our trail systems as they need time to dry up. Watch for hazards such as flooding can cause erosion, loosen tree roots, and bring down limbs. Look out for potential obstacles or weakened trees and avoid areas that look unstable. Be sure to stay on marked trails and do not venture off the designated paths, as off-trail areas may be more hazardous and unpredictable after flooding. Please report dangerous conditions you can encounter, such as downed trees or structural damage to recreation site structures, and feel free to contact the Forest Service at 573-364-4621 so hazards can be addressed as soon as possible. Flooding has a lasting impact on forest ecosystems, and our trails may take some time to recover. By taking these precautions, visitors can help ensure their own safety while preserving our natural resources. The Mark Twain National Forest is dedicated to maintaining and preserving our natural spaces, ensuring safe and enjoyable access for all our visitors, and promoting responsible use of public lands. Well, that's been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact Admissions Counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Say, would you like a free map of the area? It's a large detailed map that folds easily to fit anywhere. The maps are sponsored by local merchants and are giving them away free. You can pick up your free map at KSMO Media, Dent County Overhead Door, Salem Properties Real Estate, Brian Smith Construction, Wilson Collision Center, Big Mama's Baguetto in Bunker, Classic Building Sales, Salem Truss, and Rushing Construction. No gimmicks or catches. The handy merchant map, it's free. Get yours today while a limited supply do last. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem. What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Navigating healthcare can be tricky, but you don't have to do it alone. The Navigator Project is here to help Missourians every step of the way. We provide free, personalized assistance with enrollment in the healthcare marketplace. We'll guide you through your options, help find the right plan, and get the coverage you need. Go to ma4web.org and select the Services tab to find a navigator. Brought to you by the Missouri Association of Area Agencies on Aging.
Country Mart in Salem is here for you this Thanksgiving. Let them take care of cooking your Thanksgiving dinner. It's delicious and it's easy. They'll smoke or bake any turkey in their deli. Just purchase your turkey from the Country Mart Meat Department and bring it to the deli with your store receipt. A fee will then be charged at the time of pickup. Plus, they can do your side dishes and desserts as well. For more information, just call the Country Mart Deli at 729-3455. Happy Thanksgiving from your friends at Country Mart right here in Salem.
M-I-C.
Being chased to the backside, hit and sack.
S.
Who else but LB3?
T.
To the house from 77.
B.
We put our fist up. We said we're not giving in. We got an elite edge, and we're not going to be denied.
Catch every game all season long right here.
Touchdown, Missouri, as Brady Cook dives over the goal line.
On your home for Mizzou football. The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Blues are playing the Buffalo Sabres tonight at 6:30. You can listen to this game live on KSMO 1340 AM and 95.7 FM with the pregame to start at 6 o'clock. The Missouri basketball Tigers will be on the court to face off against the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils tonight with tip-off at 6:30. You can watch this game on ESPN or Sling TV. Subscription costs may apply. And that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for Look at Sports from the Missouri Net.
Pollock, the homes of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce burglarized last month, according to police reports. A break-in occurred at Mahomes' residence shortly after midnight on October 6th.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's frustrating. It's disappointing. I mean, I can't get into too many of the details because the investigation's still ongoing. Obviously something that you don't want to happen to really anybody, but obviously yourself.
Kelce's home was burglarized the following day. Losses at his home totaling $21,000, including $20,000 in cash. The break-ins happened the day before and the day of the Chiefs-Saints game. Kansas City will visit Josh Allen and the Bills Sunday afternoon. Head coach Andy Reid said that running back Isaiah Pacheco and defensive end Charles Omenihu will not play this week after returning to the practice field. But Kareem Hunt says Pacheco's excited about returning, and so is he.
I think that's great, man. I'm happy for him, and I know he's excited to get back and get out there. I think it's going to be a heck of a 1-2 punch.
The Mizzou Tigers go for their third win in a row tonight. They host Mississippi Valley State.
We have a balance of leadership seniors. We have a balance of talented freshmen, and we have a balance of core guys that's returning. I truly believe these guys will continue to get better.
Dennis Gates saw his Tigers win 84-77 against Eastern Washington. Missouri's in a stretch of 10 straight home games, and they're off to a 2-1 start. Tonight's game tips at 6:30. The Blues, hoping to avoid their fourth straight loss, they're on the road at Buffalo. Robert Thomas, who fractured his ankle 3 weeks ago, back on skates, practicing and traveling with the team. He was scheduled to be out at least 6 weeks, but Drew Bannister says this is a positive sign.
You know, he feels real good about where he is right now, and maybe better than expected. But again, there's no timetable for him. You know, I think it's a good sign to see him on the ice and wanting to be around the team and being out in practices with us.
Blues in sixth place in the Central Division. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
Life can be tough. Sometimes it feels like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. No matter what you're going through, help is always available. 988 is more than just a number. It's a lifeline for anyone who's struggling. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or you just need someone to talk to, 988 is there for you. 24/7 confidential support. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to feel better. Reach out to 988. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
Your hometown utility employs the people you know, your friends and neighbors, in times of the greatest need and the times you don't even think about it. They are there, providing safe, reliable service for electric, water, natural gas, and more, responding quickly when needed, supporting local events and efforts with a shared goal of making the community better. Missouri Public Utility Alliance, reminding you your hometown utility is all yours.
When was the last time you detoxed your body? If you're like most people, the answer is probably never. If you're experiencing low energy, brain fog, headaches, bloating, and skin irritation, then those are all telltale signs. So how do you detox your body? Well, you can add saunas or juice fasts, but what you really need is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver makes it easy to help your liver detox your body all year long without major changes to your diet or lifestyle. Active Liver is available in stores at CVS or Meijer, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Not everyone recognizes that they might have a gambling problem. How do you know if gambling is a problem for you? Ask yourself if either or both of the following questions are accurate. Have you felt the need to bet more and more money? Have you ever lied to people important to you about how much you gambled? If your answer is yes to either of these questions, free help is available. Call 1-888-BETS-OFF for more information.
What's going on, y'all? It's Fitz. And if you missed us last weekend on CT40, Jelly Roll claimed the top honors at number 1 with I Am Not Okay. And this weekend, we're going to be counting them down to see if Jelly's still king of this country music mountain or if he will surrender his throne to someone else. Join us as we go from 40 to number 1. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz.
Here at KSMO Radio, it's now time to take a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. After the top with 1 o'clock hour, I'll be right back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Did you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. Missouri has resettled more refugees in 2024 than in the past 2 years combined. That's according to records from the Missouri Office of Refugee Administration, which shows that Missouri resettled over 3,200 refugees in the last fiscal year. The rut is here, otherwise known as peak deer breeding season. It also coincides with Saturday's start of firearms deer hunting season. Missouri State Highway Patrol Lieutenant Eric Brown says that the number of crashes increase this time of year.
You could encounter deer at any time of day or any time of the night, and it's something that the motorists need to be aware of.
And the city of St. Louis is considering a plan to invest hundreds of millions of dollars in RAM settlement money to the city's downtown, north, and southeast neighborhoods. The St. Louis Business Journal reports the proposal would use the money for infrastructure projects, housing improvements, and support for small businesses. This is Missouri Net.
Medicare open enrollment ends December 7th. The Missouri